you've already got my heart in custody.
Hi, my name is Professor Silver, and in today's class, we'll be breaking down the complete history of Brock's Croagunk, detailing all his battles, storylines, and character development. Prior to meeting Brock and Gymbaliar, Croagunk loitered at a convenience store, followed Meowth out of boredom, joined Team Rocket, and fought alongside Jesse against the many trainers who challenged the Power Zone gym. Unbeknownst to Croagunk, Team Rocket stole every Pokemon he defeated. After beating a Sandslash, Croagunk faced the gang's friend Minnie and her Scizor. Scizor dodged Poison Sting and nearly won with Slash and Metal Claw, but Croagunk refused to quit, attacked with Brick Break, and won with Poison Jab. Croagunk's strength so impressed Ash, he challenged Jesse with Aipom. Aipom countered Brick Break, fired off Focus Punch, withstood Poison Jab, activated Double Team, landed Swift, and won with another Focus Punch. Shortly after Ash discovered Team Rocket's scam, blasted them off, and recovered all the stolen Pokemon, Brock realized Croagunk's status as a wild Pokemon, developed an eerily instant connection, and captured it within his Pokeball. Upon joining Brock, Croagunk adopted Max and Misty's habit of stopping Brock from flirting. Whenever Brock got too excited, Croagunk released himself from his Pokeball, jabbed Brock, and dragged him away in shame. He often received help from other Pokemon, with examples including Joy's Chansey, Jenny's Chatot, Noelle's Blossom, and Narissa's Dittos. It's possible Croagunk poisoned Brock out of jealousy, but it's also just as likely that he did so out of perverse pleasure. Croagunk loved stabbing Brock so much that he once misinterpreted his desire to rescue a Magikarp and Phoebus as a declaration of love. Their friendship deepened even further when Croagunk won Happini's egg in a Pokemon dress-up contest, saved Brock from falling off a bridge, and teamed with him to rock an obstacle course at the Pokemon Friendship School. Croagunk's odd behavior and tendency to wander off often puzzled Brock, but he always came to Brock's aid against Team Rocket when push came to shove. Croagunk blasted off the evil trio's hot air balloon, thwarted their efforts to ruin Ash's gym battles, and protected Brock so fervently that he produced a double knockout with Jesse Seviper in Leave It to Brocco. Besides his loving relationship with Brock, Croagunk also bonded with Dawn, crushed on Cynthia, formed a rivalry with Weasel, saved Piplup from quicksand, watched over the gang's Pokemon, and fell in love with a female member of its species. For the most part, however, Croagunk spent almost all his time alone in peaceful contemplation, staring at his reflection and creeping out most everyone that crossed his path. Despite his strange nature, Croagunk loved to battle and quickly established himself as one of Brock's most powerful Pokemon. During the Heart Home City Tag Battle competition, for example, Croagunk vanquished a Hitmonchan and delivered a powerful blow to Paul's Torterra before falling to Leaf Storm. Though Croagunk also lost to a gang of Psyduck in the Psyduck Stops Here, he redeemed himself that same episode by clobbering a Muk and by demolishing a Chingling in battling a cute drama. Other notable feats of Croagunk's incredible strength include saving Brock from a Miss Magius-induced illusion, striking a Rhyhorn, beating back Mars's army of Golbats, defeating a wild Politoed with a single Poison Jab, trading hits with Machi's Infernape, fending off Scizors, protecting the gang from legendaries, and deflecting Dialga's Draco Meteor. In Cream of the Croagunk crop, Croagunk proved himself a toxic super soldier by dazzling the Pastoria Town Croagunk Festival judges with his beauty, raw strength, and prowess in combat. Whilst battling Craig, the previous year's champion in the festival finals, Croagunk exchanged many blows, got hit by Cross Chop, dodged Dynamic Punch, and landed a series of Poison Jabs. Because Team Rocket's mech interrupted the battle before it concluded, and neither Croagunk nor Craig could stop them, Nurse Joy's Croagunk Chrissy leapt into action, destroyed the mech with Vacuum Wave, became festival champion for her heroism, and led the two in joyous dance. Losing the festival meant little to Croagunk, as his principal goal in life beyond torturing Brock was to defeat Saturn's Toxicroak. His rivalry with Toxicroak started in Intergalactic after Toxicroak put Brock in harm's way with Dark Pulse. While the first meeting of the Toxic Mouths resulted in an epic brawl, Team Galactic retreated before a victor emerged. In losing its lustrous, Croagunk sensed Toxicroak's nearby presence and wanted to battle so badly that it ignored Brock's flirtation with Nurse Joy and sat patiently in anticipation of their rematch. During their showdown, Croagunk wanted to win with all his heart, but Toxicroak sent him plummeting through a skylight almost as soon as the battle began. The damage to his body was so extensive that Croagunk spent most of Double Team turnover recovering from his injuries. Croagunk came face to angry face with his rival for a third time in the needs of the three. Toxicroak beat him back with Sludge Bomb, but Croagunk came back more powerful than ever before in the battle finale of Legend. Upon jumping off Gliscor, Croagunk defeated his rival once and for all with Brick Break. Shortly after Croagunk achieved victory, Brock bid farewell to Ash, returned home to Kanto, started studying to become a Pokemon doctor, took a brief apprenticeship in Johto, and visited Ash and Alola. Since Croagunk was nowhere to be seen in Sun and Moon, Brock developed a spicy relationship with Kiawe's sister, Olivia.
Yes.
If we assume Croagunk rejoined Brock's team after his Alolan vacation, and that Brock's school is filled with Nurse Joys, Croagunk is most definitely living his best life. Croagunk won against a Sandslash, Mini Scizor, a Hitmonchan, Galactic Golbats, a Wild Muk, a Chingling, a Wild Politoed, and Saturn's Toxicroak. He lost to Ash's Aipom, Wild Psyduck's Paul's Torterra, and Saturn's Toxicroak. Croagunk's one and only tie was with Jesse's Seviper. Over the course of the series, Croagunk used Brick Break, Poison Jab, and Poison Sting. Brock's dedication to Croagunk perfectly captures why I consider him the kindest and most loving trainer in the Pokemon world. By looking past Croagunk's ugly appearance, creepy quirks, and loner demeanor, Brock forged a powerful friendship that few trainers and their Pokemon could rival. Since the Pokedex entry from Pokemon Shield claims that Croagunk's diluted poison has medicinal properties, Croagunk has likely become a tremendous asset to Brock as the latter works towards his goal of becoming a doctor. With that, class is adjourned. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're never late. And for extra credit, like this video and let me know your thoughts on Brock's Croagunk. Until next time, catch you later.